Hello and welcome to each and every one of you. My name is Lionel and this video is for the people who believe that English is most difficult language in this world. You give any work, any target, anything, but do not ask me to come in front of people or group or a meeting or team meeting or with the seniors or with the juniors to talk in English, to communicate in English. Many of us, especially in India, youths are today struggling because they feel English is the most difficult language. And today by this video I want to make it very clear that English is just a language and nothing else. All right, English is just a language, especially for those who come from regional language background, because in India I don't think so everyone is afford to go to English medium schools. So people who go to English medium school, who finish their primary education, high school education or secondary education in English medium school, they do not have any problem in communicating in English. At least basic English is known by them. But for those youngsters or children or students who come from regional language background, like in India we have different states and different states are having different languages and different states are following different regional language oriented schools. So primary and secondary education, they go with the regional language. Those kids and those youngsters struggle a bit when communicating in English, because that doesn't mean that they don't know English or they're not intelligent. They are very intelligent. In fact, if you see the ratio or the percentage, these people who go to the regional language school are more intelligent than people who travel to English medium schools. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about intelligence or anything. I'm only concentrating on English language as mode of communication or the medium of communication. All right, so we would today discuss on how to overcome this problem. Okay, so as I told in at the beginning, that English is just a language. It is just a language. All right, so a couple of slides, a few slides which I want to show you and explain you how we can be confident in learning English. Especially I'm concentrating on communicating, talking or speaking. That's all. Okay, first, point number one, know your value. First, know your value. If a lion or a tiger starts to hunt a rat, then what is the difference between a lion and a cat? Because cat is also doing the job of hunting a rat and lion is also doing a job of hunting a rat, then there is no difference between lion and cat, right? So hunting a rat is a job of a cat and not lion. Lion should hunt a bigger animal because of its size, because of its presence or appearance. All right, so first you should know your value, that you can communicate in English. Yes, that doesn't need in overnight or 24 hours you will be able to speak in English. No, I'm not meaning that as well. I'm only making a point that you know your value. You should be confident enough that you can communicate in English. Yes, for that what you have to do, there are many steps which we need to follow, step by step. It is not that overnight as I mentioned. No, it is one step, one after the other, and you will be in a position to communicate in English. First, you should remove that phobia in your mind that English is the most difficult language. No, you should keep instead in your mind that English is just a language. As like your mother tongue, as like your regional language, as like your state language, whatsoever, English is also a simple language to learn. That's all. Okay, so first important, before listening to this video or my training, you should remove that phobia in your mind that English is a difficult language. No, English is the most simplest language, or in other words, English is just a language. Okay, point number one, you should know your value, that you have that potential, you have that capacity to communicate in English, to talk in English. Next point, find the right partner. Very important, find a right partner where both should be win-win situation. All right, your partner can be your Google, your partner can be your social media, your partner can be someone from your family, your partner can be someone from your friend circle, your partner from someone from your school, college, or professional environment, whosoever, whom you feel that I am comfortable with, whom you feel that you are comfortable with. So anyone, any person, or if you feel that I am not comfortable with anyone from the family, from the friends, or from the school, college, or from the professional environment, that's fine. Today is a modern world. Today is a digital world. You have smartphones with you, you have Android phones with you, you have Google in it, you can Google, and Google can be your partner in learning English. Your social media, like your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your Twitter, whatsoever it is, those can be a mode to be a right partner for you. Choose a right partner. If it's in person, then it's very good. If it's not in person, don't worry. Google can help you to be a right partner, because you need to learn, and where both will win, where you will be winning, at the same time the giver for you is also a win-win situation. All right, so the next point, do you talk to yourself? Very important question. Do you talk to yourself? According to me, purely based on my theory, that if you don't talk to yourself, that means you cannot achieve anything in your life. A simple formula which I follow in my life, that if you are not able to talk to yourself, that means you cannot achieve anything. You have to talk to yourself. You have to see yourself, because you want to learn English, you want to communicate in English. How do I look? Directly, you cannot go on a stage, stand in front of a crowd of people and say, how I want to test that how I look. No, you can stand in front of a mirror and see yourself. How I look, what is my presence, what is my appearance, what basic things which I need to follow. You all know that. I will not explain over here, because I know you know that what basic things, how the outlook should be when you are communicating with others, that you are aware of. And talk to yourself, practice to yourself. Maybe one sentence, two sentences, 10 sentences, paragraphs together, you can practice yourself by yourself. Okay, so it's very important you to know the formula of talking to yourself. Very important. Keep it relevant, keep it more relevant, that it is not that you keep a partner, because most of our youngsters I have seen, when I say that keep a right partner, they go up and select a great personality, maybe a film star, maybe a professor. Do you think they are available for you? So is that the right choice of selecting your partner? I don't think so. So be relevant, be practical. Don't keep something big which you are not able to reach. No. Keep a simple partner who is easily accessible to you, who is easily available for you, who is ready to dedicate your time for you. That's why I told, if you don't have a partner, it's okay. Your Google or a social media can be your partner today. All right. So keep a relevant content. Keep a practical thing with you, that when you're selecting someone, keep it simple, relevant, natural. All right. Learning English language should be a fun and not target, nor something which is, you have to go like an exam. No, learning English language is not an exam. Normally when we go prepare for an exam, we have that phobia in our mind that, oh, exam, how will it be, how tough is English? Learning English language is not like that. Learning English language should be a fun. Okay, so you select that something which entertains you, something which makes you happy. There you can learn English. There you can sow the seed of learning English. All right. So fun, very important. Don't take it seriously that English language, I want to learn English language because that's a global language, that's a business language, so it is very tough. It is something. Don't make a hill on your head. Make it simple, make it fun oriented. So that is very important. Be happy, be calm. And that's when you can learn a language. If you keep a big thing in your mind about a language or anything for that matter, you cannot achieve that. Make it simple, make it fun. Act like a child, a newborn child. If you can see a newborn child, if you see the eyes of a newborn child, or maybe 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months for that matter, the child tries to look around everywhere. It will try to look around, right? It will try to listen to each and every sound, each and every person who is talking to the kid, right? Act like a child. You cannot be a child, but you can act like a child, because a child can, how the child listens, observes things, you have to do the same thing. You have to listen to English wherever possible you get. Maybe in the news channel, maybe people communicating to each other, maybe videos on the YouTube, wherever you feel. You act like a child. Listen to the most possible things, because some people learn by listening, some people learn by practicing, some people learn by writing, reading, preparing, whatsoever it is. It's up to you. You should understand. That's why I told you should be relevant to yourself. You should know how to talk to yourself. Okay, all right. So act like a child. Wherever possible, listen to English. Wherever possible, watch people talking or people acting or whatsoever it is where the English communication is going on, watch it, listen it, and then slowly try to practice it. Just like a child will, after listening, after observing, the child will start practicing one word by one word, a sentence, like that. All right, so do that way, where act like a child. Very important point, where listening and trying to practice a bit sentence on your own, not in front of people, maybe with you, maybe in front of a mirror. That's why I so talk to yourself. The next point is very important. Leave your comfort zone. Leave your comfort zone, the area or the environment where you are. Okay, for example, in a house, in a room, just an example, maybe if you're a bachelor, you spinster, you may with your friends or with your roommates, with your in your family, in a house, wherever you are, you will be in a comfort zone. The comfort zone is because you speak your regional language, maybe your mother tongue or maybe a state language, whatsoever it is. You're comfortable there because people are yours, language is of your choice, everything is of yours. You will be comfortable. To learn English or to learn any other language, you should come out of that comfort zone. Maybe alone or maybe with that group, however it is. Okay, but the very important factor is you have to leave that comfort zone, come out, struggle a bit, struggle to yourself. It's not that you give disturbance to others or you struggle to others. No, you struggle to yourself, give struggle to yourself, give practice to yourself, give efforts to yourself, put efforts to yourself. All right, so that comfort zone you have to little bit sacrifice at the initial stage and see the environment where the language, or English for that matter, specific, where English language is spoken, English language could be heard, English language is prevailed. You have to go to that area. All right, or if there are no people doing that for you, you come out from the group, be alone and do the things like communicating to yourself, listening to English words, sentences, and videos and all in the same way, and watch people doing maybe English movies, or today in any language, regional language movies, there will be an English translation available for you. Go to that. So all this, little bit of sacrifice, little bit of efforts. It is not that, again I'm telling, it's a fun. It's a fun. Don't take it very seriously. No, it's a fun. So come out of that comfort zone and put in little bit efforts with others or by yourself. All right. Listening and watching. I would specifically stress on these two things, listening and watching, because it's my practical experience. And one of my video I've already shared about my life story, where till my 10th standard I was nothing. I was a big zero, right? So how I transform myself to this level where I am today is listening and watching. I was watching people who were able to communicate in any language for that matter, specifically in English. I would say I was watching those people who were talking in English, because those days I didn't have much opportunity to go through the videos, YouTube or Google as such. But practically, maybe I'm going for an event, maybe I'm going for a training program, maybe I'm going to attend my classes, college classes, or anywhere. I used to observe to that person who is doing that. Maybe a trainer, maybe a host, MC, master of ceremony, or maybe my own professor for that matter. Or in any place where I go, there will be one person who is leading the things, leading the show. So I used to give a keen observation on that person. So that observation is very important. So whoever communicates in English, have a look. The way, the body language, the style, how they use, the eye contact, the involvement of audience, everything. Watch it. Very important. And listening. Very important. Listen. Because nowadays it so happens that when we communicate over the WhatsApp or any group chats or any chats for that matter, what happens is that we don't use complete sentences, or we don't use grammatical sentences, or we don't use a complete word. We just type half of it because it is understood by the other party. That's not a problem at all. But try to frame a sentence. Try to frame a sentence which is complete when you're communicating. Say, how are you? Type it perfectly. Okay. So the two things which I want to highlight over here is listening and watching. Very, very important. Especially it has turned my life. I'm sure it will do in your life as well. But the very important factor is listen and watch, because you will learn a hell lot of things, I would say, out of these two aspects from you. All right. So let's go to the next point. Watch others talk. This is what I was talking about, listening and watching. So I will not repeat it once again, but listening and watching is very, very important, because these are the two modes according to me, and I would say only modes where you will be able to learn English very fluently, or learn the style of talking English, at the same time accent of talking English, because we see different accent. People from London speak a different accent, people from US use a different accent, people from India use a different accent, whatsoever it is. So all this can be learned, or could be learned. It's only through listening and watching. All right. So little bit of grammar mistake, little bit of errors are accepted, especially in today's world. They are widely accepted. So don't worry about the mistakes. Don't worry, because there is no person in this world who learned English without making errors. Very simple. There is no one in this world. Anyone for that matter. You pick randomly or pick specifically. There is no person who has learned a language for that matter without making errors, without making mistakes. So English is also a language, as I mentioned earlier. Make mistakes, make errors, no one. People will be laughing, they will be laughing. Even if you talk nicely, they will be laughing. Even if you don't talk nicely or make errors, they will be laughing. So their job is to laugh, leave it to themselves, and you concentrate on your dreams or target and where you are. Very important. All right. So listening and watching was what I was talking about. So after listening, after watching, one of the slide already I stated that you need to talk to yourself. You need to practice by yourself, in front of the mirror or by yourself. Anytime when you are free, anytime when you are alone, you have to practice by yourself. So watching, listening and practicing by yourself, at the same time diving in. Now it's time for you to bring it to the practical level. Okay, whenever you get an opportunity to host an event, whenever you get an opportunity to lead a program, whenever you get an opportunity to present something, take that opportunity. And what you have to do, put in a little bit more efforts, get a good preparation. I told you can use a partner. Google is your partner. Your social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, they can be your partner, where you get a lot of things to learn. If you really wish to learn, you will get a lot of things to learn. So prepare yourself nice, practice yourself nice, and present it. First, once, twice, thrice, or maybe 10 times you may not present in a very good way. You may not give a good result. That's okay, because the bad results will lead to good results some other day. Very important. So you have to dive in. Next, practice. The more you practice, better you get. The more you practice, better you get. So practice is very important. Ladies and gentlemen, in my life, when I was hosting, I told in my past videos that I have done 600 plus events hosted in my life. So all this I had done with the practice. Initially, I struggled. Initially, I did mistakes. Initially, I was nothing, and today I am something. Is because of practice. I never left any opportunity to go out of my hand. No, anything which comes in or nearby me, I grab that opportunity. And especially I'm talking about English communication. Wherever I got an opportunity to communicate in English, maybe in writing, maybe in talking, maybe in acting, wheresoever it is, I grab that opportunity and give my best. Okay, so very important thing is practice. Practice to yourself. I told you have to choose a partner and practice with that partner, so that you will get some feedback. But if you don't have, you can practice by yourself. Okay, so the next point is something relevant. Confidence. You have to have that confidence at this stage. It's very important, because if you don't have that confidence, forget about learning English. You cannot learn anything for that matter in your life. You cannot be success in your life or professional life or personal life, wheresoever it is. Very important is confidence. Be confident. No one will harm you. No one will attack you. No one will beat you. No one will shout at you. Nothing. Feedback is something else. But beating, shouting, no one will do that. But be confident. So what? Feedback you will get only one good feedback, one bad feedback. All right. Good feedback, you should be happy and continue your activities. Bad feedback, it's an area of improvement where you have to put in extra efforts. What you're doing, put in one step ahead and practice and get it more better. So that's the area of improvement. Receiving feedback, very important. Some people, so happens that they are preparing well, they're practicing well, everything is well, they are now in a position to communicate in English. But the problem is, if someone tells a sentence of bad thing or a negative thing to them, they will lose all their confidence. No, you should accept feedback. In many of the events or programs, or especially in the training programs and all, they will ask for feedback. Feedback form is given to you nowadays in the training programs, or especially if you go for an event or a program where there will be a host who will be hosting the event. After the program, if you meet that host, that person, he will definitely ask, how was the program? That's a feedback. You should ask with the people for feedback. You should make up your mind that someone should give you feedback. And for positive feedback, yes, you are one step ahead. If it is a negative feedback, it's opportunity for you to improve. So that means that you need more practice, you need more preparation. All right, so that's how it is. So feedback is very, very important, but it's very important more than taking feedback. Taking it positively is very important. All right, read. Okay, a person like me, I would not stress on reading because I am the most lazy person in reading, because I told at the beginning that I learnt English, or I learnt a skill of communication, or I learnt a skill of learning a language for that matter through listening and watching, but reading will equally help. But when I practiced everything, and when I came to a professional level where I was able to communicate in English and comfortably in front of any crowd or any people for that matter, that's when I got interest in learning. Okay, so learning is reading. Okay, so reading is very important. So I would say try to incorporate this habit of reading at the beginning. I would not ask you to read hours together or books together. No, nothing like that. Read little, but it should be in English. It should be something which should be useful for you. Articles in English, books in English. Nowadays you can get newspapers in English. Over the phone you can get everything. So whatever you get an opportunities, Facebook, WhatsApp, you get in English. Today everything will be in English. I think only 1 or 2% which will be in some other languages, but otherwise all the postings will be in English. All right, so read it. So whichever gives you interest, go ahead with that. Now, for example, WhatsApp messages gives you interest, go ahead with the messages. Chatting with people is very, very nice in English. So that's a habit for you, that's a practice for you. In the same way, Google, if you put in Google, you will get something to read. Facebook, you can see many posted articles or posted photographs or some messages where you will get an opportunity to read. So reading is very important. So now I'm stressing for the third point. So first is observing, second is listening, and third is now reading. Reading also will help you somewhere, at least to improve your vocabulary, improve your words. Very important, because for one particular word you have many alternate words in English. So it's very important for you to choose the best one to show your standard, your quality, your level. So it's very important you to read a bit. Keep a habit of reading at least 15 minutes to half an hour. 15 minutes to half an hour will sounds good, where you have to spend your time in reading. But it should be, the scripture should be in English, the sentences should be in English. Okay, next, chatting. No, nowadays WhatsApp is something which is usual. WhatsApp is something which most of us have. So whenever you get an opportunity to communicate with people, or maybe with your family, or maybe your friend circle, try to communicate in English, try to chat in English. So that will improve your vocabulary. That will not only improve your chatting or typing skills, that will also improve your vocabulary. Okay, so try to communicate in English, though you speak your mother tongue, and the other person, the receiving, and also the person who knows your mother tongue or regional language, that's okay. Let them talk a bit. They will say, what happened to you? You were communicating in this language, now you have started communicating in English. 1 or 2 days or once or twice they will be giving you such kind of sentences, but after that they will be habituated to the environment which you have created. Try to communicate, because you are in the learning phase. You have decided yourself that yes, I will be learning something. Yes, I will be learning English confidently. So you have to sacrifice. That's what I'm telling. Comfort zone, you have to come out of comfort zone. All right. Ask questions to others, that how did I do the program? But ensure that they give you honest feedback. Don't ask with the people who will give you a polished feedback. No, ask with the people who give you honest feedback. Take the feedback. Ask questions that how was this? How was that? I prepared this in this way. I practiced this in this way. Ask questions. No problem. They may give answers, but those answers will help you to improve yourself. Okay. So next one is very important factor is, first you have to decide that do you really want to learn English? Because if you are in a position, or if you are in an environment, or you are in a place where English is absolutely not required and you want to learn English, then you have to decide something is mismatching over here. So I am sure or 99.99% of the people of India specifically, I'm concentrating on 99.99% of our youths in India wants to learn English. And I think out of that, maybe 20% already aware of communicating in English, but few struggle to communicate in English. So that's why this video is all about. So very important is you have to decide that is it really relevant to you? Is it really needed to you? Is it that you require in your life, professional life or personal life, that you need to communicate in English? If your answer is yes, you have to follow all these points which I mentioned. And if you say no, I don't need English for anywhere and everywhere, then learning English is just adding to your learning group. That's all. It's one number added that through 3, 4, 5 languages. You are adding one more language. That's it. It's just an increase in number. But if you really feel that you want English to be a language which is mode of communication for you, required in your professional personal life, then yes, you have to decide, say yes and communicate. So finally, I am at the end of this video, and I would say that I have covered almost all the points which are very important for you to communicate in English. But at the same time, 5 sense organs, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Your 5 sense organs are the most powerful weapon to learn a language, any language for that matter. But specifically concentrating on English, your 5 sense organs will definitely help you at the best to learn English language. 1, observing. Your eyes will help you to observe wherever possible, wherever things you get to observe. Where there is English in practice, observe it, listen, speak out. Little bit struggle at the beginning, accept it, get ready for that, because there is a struggle. You have to sacrifice something. You have to come out of comfort zone. Get ready for that at the beginning. So when something wrong is going to happen, you should be getting ready for that. A doctor is going to pierce an injection, you should be ready for that. There's no point in running from that, because it's something which is needed for your life. All right. So that's how it is. So eyes, ears, nose, tongue. Nose, smelling, very important, because I have seen youths, they come to a group, and when the group is started communicating in English, they run away from that, because we call it as smelling English. So as and when you smell English, you run away from that. No, when there is a smell of English, dive into it. Don't run away from it, dive into it. Tongue will help you to talk, practice, communicate. And skin, very important, because that's what, again, wherever a person or or an individual who speaks English, you see, oh, that skin guy is talking in English, so no, I don't know English, he may pinpoint some negative things in me, some errors in me, so let me run away from him. No, get closer to him. Initially he may not accept you, initially he may keep a distance from you, initially he may keep a gap between you, but that is an opportunity for you to learn. Remember, every negative things, every feedback, every questions which you ask and you get answers for it will be negative things. Get ready for that. But your confidence should not be dipped down. It should be raised high for every now and then. Okay, so this is a small video, short video, which I want to, because our youth struggle in communicating in English, because I have seen many professional boys and girls who worked with me in the past. They struggle in communicating in English, and that's why in professional life they struggle to grow. So this video is all for you guys, for you to improve English language, because English language is just a language and nothing else. Okay, so all of you, thank you, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share and subscribe, because that's the motivation for me. That's the area of improvement for me. What next I have to do is something which I learned from here, because previously I posted one video and I got a comment saying that can you write something to learn English or speak English? Here you go. This video is for you. In the same way, if you like, share, comment and subscribe, it helps for me to improve a lot. Thank you very much and see you soon. This is your trainer, your friend, Lionel.